Hey guys, evening wear, Jimmy here, and welcome back to RaceRoom for another video. Now unfortunately I'm having to record this introduction after I've actually done this video. The footage I recorded earlier for the intro for some reason is now corrupted, so hey ho, what can you do? So what you're going to be seeing in today's video is a 10-lap race around Monza with the new preview BMW M6 GT3, the next car lined up to be released, or the next GT3 to be released for RaceRoom. This was actually a really fun video to do. I really enjoyed driving. You might have noticed why that is. You see down the bottom here, 56 opponents. So there's 57 cars on the track, including myself. It made for some really fun, really close, really quite aggressive racing. So I hope you guys have as much fun watching as I did recording. Oh, something that I quickly forgot to mention is that in the GT3 field with me is another car that isn't even available in early access yet. See if you can spot what it is. Let me know in the comments below. So here we are then at the back of this insane GT3 field. They're almost back at the Parabolica, we're so far back. Standing start, wait for the lights. Oh, I just missed the green there by quite a chunk, but so did the AI it seems, so not a bad getaway regardless of our bad reaction time. Right to the extreme outside, Glick, a little bit of contact already. Aggressive AI around here, got to be very careful of them. Coming down to T1 for the first time, obviously Monza infamous for its first lap shenanigans, so I'm going to be nice and easy on the first time through here. Just chill and wait for a gap to open. AI getting a little bit held up there, having to wait my turn. Come on, go, 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 go. Gonna have to try and take over, or not take the chicane there, just to try and get through in one piece. AI doing the same. Pretty cool to see that. It's quite immersive seeing the AI sort of avoid the chicane with this instance there, but we're through sort of okay. Now going too wide through Curva Grande. We're right on the inside. Glick is a little bit slow in the straight line. Gonna give him a bit of a bump to hurry him up. Now down to the second chicane. Got to be very nice and careful through here. So McLaren forces us right to the outside there. So McLaren still having an accident. Just about through okay. McLaren now goes to the inside to defend for the first Lesmo. We'll try and run it round the outside. We don't have that much grip in this car. Yeah, easy there for the McLaren. Takes the place back. We'll slot in behind him. Second Lesmo. Oh, cars all over the shot. See, oh, McLaren slow through there. Come on, get on with it. Go, 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 go. Need to make up places. Goal for this race is going to be similar to our GTR2 goal of trying to get into the high 20s in terms of position, out dragging the McLaren down the straight there. M6 has got a little bit of grunt at least. Got to break nice and early for Ascari though, because AI is together and they're a little bit confused right now. See, they're jostling for position. Oh, the Ascari braking right on the exit there. Run into the back of him. Luckily the M6 is an absolute tank, so I'm just going to go through him and not even worry about it. Coming down to Parabolica for the first time. Pretty much back down to our starting position now. Again, early on the brakes, not making too much of an aggressive move at the start, although saying that I have run into people already. Oh, understeer on the exit there. And that is one lap just about completed of Monza. 9 to go. Let's see where we are, shall we, in the grand scheme of things. We started 57th, we are now up to 43rd. So 14 places on the first lap there, not bad at all. Lots to go though, if we're going to try and beat our target. Around the extreme outside there, lots of cars going very slowly on the inside line. And make up about 5 places there. 6 almost. GT is slow off the corner as well, slowing up the Corvette. We're going to try and go around the outside of the Mustang GT3 behind us, flashing its lights. Eager to try and get through, eager to try and follow me through, that is. Having to sit again now, there's a car on my inside, there he is. Squeezing me now to the outside, going to be inside here though, he's still squeezing me, AI, I am there, you must take notice of that. First Lesmo again now on the inside of a Corvette, as an Alpine in front of us, fellow BMW boy, fellow boat. So I've run into the back of him a little bit there, not much contact, just a little nudge, just to remind him that I'm behind him. Second Lesmo. Car understeering a bit on turn in, but we're okay on exit. Good run on the exit now. We're going to go to the extreme inside, I guess. Is there space there? Is there space? No, there's not. We'll push the Corvette. Bump draft. Come on. Monza, boys. He goes very defensive. I'm now going to pull to the outside just so I have a line to brake on. Nice. Round the outside of the Corvette there, even with some bump drafting tactics. Back up behind another Bimmer as Z4 goes very wide there. Right onto the gravel trap. It's going to slow him down. We might get him coming down to the Parabolica. We will get him, in fact. Nice run down here. Another Alpine, I think it is, on the inside. On the left there. Braking pretty hard there. Third gear, waiting for the front end to sort itself out. There you go. Fourth gear, go. I suppose as we come to finish our second lap, I should talk about this M6 a little bit, considering this is a preview of this car. Neutrality, neutralness, whatever you want to call it. That's how I would describe this car. Up to 32nd, wow, so we made up a lot of places there. But yeah, very neutral car to drive. It's a car that I'd really recommend for those who may be looking to get into driving GT3s in RaceRoom. It's a very easy car to approach. It is a bit of a boat. I do feel that a bit in the corners. I mean, at the start of a stint, the car is, like I said, pretty neutral, but it does sort of develop to understeer as the tyres start getting worn. Stuck up behind this Z4 here, not much I can really do. I can look to the outside, but that's the gap that's going to close probably, so going to be clever to pull out of that. Let's try and get through and not lose any places, because the Corvette behind's looking very feisty. The Alpine very slow through there. The Alpino, I should say, sorry. I gave him a bit of a nudge. Around the outside? Nope, definitely not. No grip there, Jimmy. I mean, and it fits in very nicely with the BOP, this M6 as well. It's not a car that really excels at anything. It's sort of just neutral a lot of things. It's okay in a straight line, it's okay in the corners, it's okay at high speed stuff, you know, it's just very mediocre in terms of the grand scheme of BOP, which I guess is actually probably what you really want to try and do when you BOP a car. You want it to be right in the middle. To drive, there's good feedback in the wheel, as with all the RaceRoom GT3s. Just take a little bit of tuning to get it right in the full feedback menu, but once you're there, it's good. You can definitely feel the scrubbing on the front tyres when you're pushing too hard, and that's probably the main thing you need to feel in this car, is what the front tyres are doing, because especially through Parabolica here, for example. Can we go up the inside of this Z4? No, we can't. Well, I can tyre scrubbing, and now they're just about biting, so I'm going to get on the throttle. Oh, that Corvette behind swiped. That's how you do it. Diver bomber driving. 6th gear again now, so we can get a bit of 6th. Are we up into the 20s? Are we up into the 20s? No, we're just outside. We're in 31st, so we're nearly at our goal already. A really good race for us so far. Again, braking a bit earlier. I'm not braking where I would brake on my own here, because I'm still having to contend with AI fighting into each corner, because there's just so many cars on track right now. Struggling there to get a little bit of traction in first, but we're away. Good traction. We're going to be alongside the Z4 up into 30th place. Try to, we're going to hang it around the outside, give that AI the room on the inside. Up into 6th gear now. AI is still there. Going to be on the inside. It's going to be stuck behind the other Z4. I'm going to make it 2 for 1. Yes, I do. Just about. Pushed a bit wide there on the exit by the Z4, but that's nice. Up into 29th place. We're in the 20s, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the first goal. I guess now we'll try and get into the teens. M6 ahead of us. Oh wow, Z4 behind us doesn't even attempt to make the corner there. Goes flying off. Maybe it's got the braking zone all wrong there. But that gives us a bit of a gap behind us, so we haven't got to worry about what's behind us now. Just got to focus on what's in front. It's a big old M6 boat. A bit of contact there as he slows right down. Really catches me unawares there. Luckily I've got the car equivalent of a cow catcher on the front of it. Big old fat M6 just ploughing through things. Do like it in that M-Power livery though, does look nice. Got the inside here at the Parabolica, maybe. Maybe. No. Squeezed inside there by the M6 in front. We're going to have a slipstream going down the straight. We haven't got that much of an advantage though, even with a slipstream. Having to sit together, see what sort of time we gain. So now up there to see it officially up to 29th place, up into the 20s. Got the over, I'm going to go to the inside now. AI sort of defends it. Thinks better of it. And past we go. Up into 28th place. Oh, rear end. Dancing a bit there. Oh, Z4 very slow. I had to take avoiding action there. So slow that even with the avoiding action and getting up the front line, I'm still going to pass him. That's 28th place now, I think. So only 9 places to go. Sent like that, that's an easy thing. We'll still be really on it. Oh, sorry, Audi. They brake so early when they're with other AI. It's so difficult to take into account. Run into back them a lot round here. First Lesmo. Oh god, the car is starting to understeer now. That's what I'm talking about. The neutrality starts to Just go towards understeer as the tyres start getting a bit more worn. So there's a good example of it. Trying to get on the front wheel as soon as I can on an exit, but I'm just sort of waiting for that front end to bite, and when it does, bam, throttle. Up to 6th gear now. Again, my brake just before this little bridge here. Maybe at it actually now because there's no cars around. Maybe a bit after even now. So I'm used to F1 sort of braking zones around here because Monza's a track that I pretty much exclusively drive in F1 cars most of the time. So getting the braking right in GT is a little bit difficult. Bit of a gap now and a little bit of a bubble, which is nice. So no AI to kill us, luckily. See how late we can brake here. Feed it in, feed it in. Come on front end, there you go. It bites and you get on the throttle of the rear end, you get this sort of little wobble. It can be a little bit scary, but we're okay with it. We're all good. So where are we now? 28th? No, 26th. Nice. Too far to go. Pretty decent lap time so far as well. Pretty nice and consistent. I thought to brake a bit later there. Still in sort of AI mode, so I'm still trying to give him a bit of room. Still though, closing up on the car in front. Come on, little bimmer. Show us what you got. This is where I like to be in the GTR, something around here. I know the GTR and the Camaro are very fast and straight line around here, so wouldn't be surprised if either that or maybe a Bentley is leading. The Bentley, as we like to call it. Have a look next time by, see who's where. I don't hesitate to get on the throttle there. Would have went onto the gravel otherwise, which would have been bad. Third gear, tuck it in. You see that McLaren through there? I can't match that performance through the corner. Even with an early turn in, you see the car wanting to sort of break loose on me. Luckily I think the McLaren is fairly slow in a straight line. So we can catch a little bit of slipstream. You see now gaining to the back of the car in front. To the inside, now I'm going to pull back. I've learnt my lesson. Oh, nice sound of the backfire there as we go down into third gear. Fourth. Car's starting to push through a Scary now. We were fast through there at the start of the race, and now a bit more hesitation needed to get through there in one piece. Again, just benefiting from the slipstream pulling us along, giving us the overrun into Parabolica. Not quite, I think better of that. So fast as that right now is actually a 4GT at the front. Oh god, I'm going so wide there. That Parabolica, not how it used to be. Drivers now pretty much have the option to run wide there, so that happened I think a couple of years ago now. Bit of an irrelevant discussion I guess, but I think having that option to go wide there makes drivers not respect the corner as much as they should. But we won't discuss that too much. It's like some slow cars up ahead, which could be good for us in our race to get into the teens. Oh, I just want to gear in between first and second there. Gearing is locked in this car currently. Not sure that's set to change when we get to the full release of this car. Of course, still a preview at the moment. But it doesn't mean that I have to sort of set myself. I have to just obey the gears I have. Luckily they're sort of perfect around here. Up the inside there, nice in the McLaren. Rear end. Rear end dancing as we go off-road there. The Rallycross M6. Now I've seen McLaren's be very quick through here. I hope not to be embarrassed. Luckily he got a bit stuck up there. I think he had to take avoiding action because I was going so slow. The fastest way to get the car around there is to try and induce a little bit of oversteer, although that's quite scary. Oversteering one of these cars is pretty difficult. I mean, I always say about GTs and how I sort of prefer to be in a downforce car most of the time, but well, either a downforce car or something with absolutely no downforce. The in-between cars are ones that sort of confuse me a little bit. Always a big kick-up of dust there on the outside. You can see whether, I imagine where the dust is being brought onto the track, now getting kicked up into the, you can hear it, just in the gubbins of the car there. Can we get, see, I want in between third and fourth there really. Third's a little bit too much. Gives us a good exit, but it does mean we get a lot of engine braking when going down to third. That can probably be tuned out. So it's looking like our charge to try and get into the teams might not happen. We're up into 25th now, still a fantastic amount of positions gained from 57th from the grid. I think we might be just a bit too overconfident to try and get into the teams, I think. Oh, Jesus Christ, car. on the curves there, reacting badly. Go down to first to try and get a good run off the corner. So we have got a good run off the corner. Z4 in front. Slow, I think maybe just slow in a straight line. Going to look to the outside of this 79 car. I think we're going to have the over. I might be able to even pull back. Yes, we are. Pull back onto the line. Nice. Z4 overtaken. Oh, wow, but we're wide there. Sorry. Ignore that, track officials. Got onto the brakes there and the rear started to come around. That's interesting behaviour actually. Not something I've experienced before. And the heavy braking, it seems, underwhere the rear starts to become a little bit more of a problem. Cars side by side, there's a Camaro in front. Now from knowledge that thing's a rocket in a straight line. Thank you for holding up the Alpina. Cheers fam, fast I go. See what that Camaro's got. It's having to sort of wait behind the SLS right now, so it's not a good indicator of how fast it is in a straight line. We go to the outside of it. Can we do the outside? Oh, contact a little bit there. Still contact. We're through. Muscled our way past the muscle car. Easy peasy. I'm really surprised we didn't get killed there. We're through nonetheless. And now that flashing his lights at me. That AI aggression has now been set to max. He's fast in a straight line, like I said. Close up to me there, so we might have a little bit of a problem coming down the T1. Car oversteering a bit there on the throttle, but gives me a nice enough exit, hopefully not to worry about the car behind, he says. Here it comes. Here comes the Camaro again, flashing the lights. Nothing that I can do. He's going to go to the inside. Look at the overspeed of the Camaro. All I can do is hope to outbrake him, I guess. And outbrake him we do. Muscle ain't got brakes, son. I actually missed what position we're in now. I think we're up into 22nd now, I think. I'm not too sure, but again, need to just focus on the cars in front. We're on to lap 9 now, so getting late in the day. Still places to make up though. Just easy braking. That Camaro again, the speed of it just brings it back into contention. And he's sort of hint of a straight, oversteer on the exit there. Is it enough to get past the SLS? I think it is. Oh no, squeeze to the inside. Again, the AI just driving like I'm not there sometimes. Did give me just about enough room, but a bit scary. You give this AI an inch and they will take a mile. So aggressive. I'm just sick of again. Just thinking about how many cars I've got in front, wondering how many positions I can gain towards the end. I'm not sure there's much more I can do. So we'll give it a red hot go. Slipstream again. SLS, remember, is pretty fast, but we're deep in the slipstream now. Look at just about getting, just inching to back. I can pull out at the last second. Heavy on the brakes there. Come on, turn in. Good. Oh, understeer there, but we're just past. Nice. Car just about cooperated through there. It was right on the edge of giving me a little bit of attitude there. We're up into 21st, I think now. Come on then, last lap I think this is. The last lap, can we get into the teens? Come on, little M6. The little M6 that could. I say little M6. The big beefy M6 that could. McLaren slow into the first chicane. Standing on the throttle in first gear. Come on. And then McLaren's a little bit slow in a straight line, so we might have a chance to make a position here into the second chicane. We're going 2 wide. 3 wide. No, Jimmy, don't do Alonso. 3 wide still, not quite going to be enough to overtake there. Can we go to the outside though? It's going to be a little bit of contact on the inside, I imagine. No, we're through. One more place. Come on, we're on 20th now. One more place. Come on, little M6. Understeer, massive understeer there. You hear the tyre scrubbing. It's like just force them to grip through the corner. We've lost a little bit of ground through there. McLaren's very fast in the corners, us not so much, but now the straight line speed comes back to us, up to 6th gear again. Come on. A little bit of a sniff of a slipstream, not quite enough to drag us along though. Brake as late as we can into a scurry. McLaren goes a bit wide, a little bit skew whiff there. Can we get a better exit? It's going to be close, boys. Again now, a little bit of a straight, so the M6 is going to pull. Come on, M6. Show the world you're not a boat. Up the inside of the McLaren. It's going to be very fast around the outside now. We know that. Brake as late as I dare to. Up the inside. McLaren's still there. McLaren going to go up the inside. No, I block him off. Yes. Yes. 19th. Come on. Come on. Come on, straight line speed. McLaren ain't got nothing, boy. 19th place. Nice. I didn't think we'd get up to the teens, but just scraping in. Fantastic. Oh. That was a lot of fun. That M6 is an interesting car to drive. See the McLaren getting a little bit of a retaliatory strike there just for the overtake. But as I said in the video, this car is a car for those looking to get into GT3. It's a really neutral car. Does start to understeer as the race goes on, as you probably see, but it's quite approachable and fits in very nicely with the rest of the GTs. But guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoyed making it. That was a really fun race for me to do. If you did like it, make sure to hit that like button, of course, and if you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. Take care, guys. Have an awesome day. See you next time.